everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. Now in today's episode we are going to get the car on its wheels for the first time and driving under its own steam, so hopefully we'll get that sorted. And also we are going to just give you a few tips on how you can sort out things like the steering arm and get the right length, etc. So you'll see that in this episode. And we're going to be dealing with that egg seat. Yes, I'm going to be cleaning it with my machine, my Henry, and we should be getting that seat back up, or hopefully get it back looking good. So before we start, we're just going to talk to you about the little honey plugin that we've been promoting for the last couple of weeks, and we'll be doing so for this month because there are some benefits in doing it. And I know a few of you have mentioned that it's not found the codes that have got you the best discounts, but it actually does work. And let's talk about how it will work for you, or how it can work for you. Now I'm going to demonstrate just how easy it is to use the honey plugin. Once you've got it installed, you then leave it to do its thing. So here I am at Eurocar Parts, and these are the parts generally that I purchase for my Renault Traffic van. So once you go to the checkout, what would happen is a honey plugin will then come into place. So we'll go to the checkout here now, and as you can see, the honey plugin comes in. Now the total amount comes to £451.97. Once I apply the discount, honey will then go and do its thing. It will find the best code that you need, and then once it finds that code, it will then come up and show you what your savings are. So remember, £451 is what we had, and now honey is showing us that we have saved £159.35, which is fantastic. So if I was to purchase those again, that will be my final cost. So we've saved up to 45% off the price of those goods. To install honey, it couldn't be easier. In your browser, type out joinhoney.com/cars for Paul. It will take you then to the honey page. Click on add it to your browser, whether it be Edge or Chrome. It will then take you to the install page. Click on get, add to the extensions, and then honey will then go about installing. Simply as that. So not only could you be saving yourself money, but you'll also be supporting this channel by installing the browser. So if you want to install it, simply go to joinhoney.com/cars for Paul. Okay, let's get down to it. You guys have come to watch this car get back on the road, so let's just do that now. So we have rebuilt the suspension on both sides. So on this side you can see new shock, we got a new drop link, a new tie end there. The next thing I need to do is put on the joints here, but before I do that, just a little tip. I've kept the old end. This is the broken end that was attached to the original toe end, and what you need to do is just measure it up to the current one, and then you can get a rough guesstimate as to how far you need to wind in the screw before you take it down to the end. Okay, so the undercarriage is now all completed. You can see all the new components there, new shock, new drop link, new tie rod, and new lower suspension, and a new drive shaft, all in place. So all we have to do now is just put the wheels on, and then we can take this car for its first drive under its own power and pull it into the garage. Okay, so before we put this car into the garage, I've decided that I'm gonna clear up all this and take this seat out so I can clean it in the garage, and also it will allow me more space to take the dashboard out, which is the next job that I need to do on this vehicle. So let's get this seat out. First of all, let's clear up this rubbish, and then we can then go about cleaning the seat. There we go, one seat out of the car. Wow, that does look bad, doesn't it? I'm sure we can get that cleaned up. I'm gonna have to hook up with a couple of my YouTube buddies who do car valeting to get their advice. Unless, of course, you have any advice, and if you do, drop it in the comments below. Right, let's get this car off the jacks. So for its first drive, this car drove really well. No noises, no clunks, nothing. Just nice, quiet movement. So I'm very happy with that. So now we've got to concentrate on this interior here and taking out the dashboard. You can see we've taken the seat out already. The seat is on the deck over there. So we can concentrate on the inside and the interior and then getting that sorted. Okay, right, so the first thing I think we should do is I'm going to see how much of this I can clear away just by hoovering up, because it's quite hardened now, and the thing with eggs, it's a protein, so you would think to clean this using hot liquid would be the appropriate way, but apparently you shouldn't use that because it makes it go hard, but it is hard as it is. So let's give this a hoover and see how much of this we can actually move before we get and start to soak the seat. Okay, so that's the first attempt. We've got rid of I would say quite a majority of the egg stain, or the egg. So now we just got to get rid of the main stain itself. I'm going to do a little bit of research on this. Like I said, consult with some valeters that I know from various YouTube channels just to get their opinion on the best way to get rid of this. I may even see if I can get the cushion off. If I can get the cushion off and stick it in the washing machine, that's a bonus. But yeah, we'll come back to this shortly.
2 hours later.
Okay, so as you can see, we've managed to clear quite a lot of the egg. So we've just now got a stained chair to deal with. So we're now going to hit it with some Auto Finesse Verso. I've got this on a 2-to-1 mixture, and I've also gonna bring out the old Henry wash, and in here I've got Verso APC on a 1-to-5 mixture. So what we'll do is we will soak the seat up, and then we'll give it a pass with the wet wash, and then we'll see what the conditions, and then depending on how it comes out, I've got my detailer brush here, which we did a test scrub here, and that's managed to clear the egg along here. But what I want to try and do is do it as the least aggressive way possible, and the less aggressive way is without using the brush. So let's see how we get on with a couple of passes on the wash and vac, and then we'll take an assessment. So here's the seat now, fully dried, and it's come up absolutely brilliant. I am so pleased with the way that seat has come up. I didn't think it was going to be this good. I really thought it was going to cause me trouble, the egg, but it hasn't. If anything, it's done really well. And when you compare to what the seat looked like before, let me just show you a little screenshot. So this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. So really impressed, really pleased with that, and we've cleaned up all around here as well now. So the seat looks like almost like a brand new seat. So that's now ready to go back into the car, and there's no smell. It smells quite nice actually, because the chemicals I've used to clean it has it's given off a nice lovely smell. So we'll give it overnight just to make sure that no stains, because sometimes what happens when you clean material, because you're pushing water deep down, the material can sometimes draw it up in the morning. I've seen that before. That's my valeting days, many years ago. So let's see what happens in the morning, but I'm pretty sure that we are good, because it's dry now. Even if you press it in there, it's not damp to the touch anymore. So great stuff. Okay, so we've made some really good progress with the car. We've got the seat looking brand new. I am so pleased with the way that seat came out. I didn't think it was going to come out like that. So we can now think about doing some other things. So in our next episode, we will be dealing with the front bumper, because obviously we got that scratch. We're going to try and see if we can fix it ourselves. If we can't fix it, then we'll put that to a smart repairer, and we'll be doing some other things, getting that front wing on there as well, and getting the car back into shape before we deal with the main thing and the last thing, which will be the dashboard, and getting that out and getting that sorted. Great, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to subscribe down here if you are not a full-time subscriber, and also consider being part of our Patreon team of subscribers who get early release to videos as we bring them on. So the videos that we have on the channel are actually a week or so older than when they are produced. So hope you've enjoyed that, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next one.